Sam, it seemed you and the side tried everything today, but ultimately just couldn't get the goal that would have got you a point.
Yeah, exactly that. I think we're all very, very disappointed. Like you mean, it's creating chances at the back end of the game was good from our point of view, but without taking one, we end up with no points again. And when we should have at least off those chances towards the end, have got a draw today. And certainly second half, we were a little bit more like ourselves and pressed the opposition and forced them back and kept them in their half, unlike the first half where we were pretty poor, to be honest with you. But perhaps it took us a while to recover from the shock of conceding that own goal right at the very, very early stages. But you know, it's a real disappointment today, and with what's coming up with the games next, it's put us back down, you know, where we don't want to be. And I was hoping that we would have, you know, at least got a point today, and hopefully three, because it would have made so much difference to us going into the Christmas period. But unfortunately, we're back where we don't want to be, and we've got to keep fighting and believing that if we keep creating these chances, that we will eventually put them in the back of the net.
As a manager, of course, you have to make big decisions, and you had to make one early on when you saw that things weren't quite working out. So you must have been pleased with the way the team adjusted with the formation change.
Well, I changed the shape. I changed the formation twice today. Once was very early on because we needed to, because we were, I mean, system, yes, but just as a team, we weren't passing the ball well anyway. So I loaded the midfield up better to try and get us passing the ball well and go back to a back four, which worked. And then later on in the second half, and it's where more of the chances started coming. We went with the diamond, and we put two up top and Jono in the hole, and created enough chances then to not only draw this game but actually win it. There were a couple of breakaways from Watford at the end because of our desperation, so they could have finished us off. But certainly at that stage of the game at 1-0, when we were pressing, we should have got to 1-1 and maybe have even got the opportunity to win it. But unfortunately for us, our shooting boots let us down again.
I know that you look at fixtures, you sort of crunch numbers, you work out where you want to be and where you are, and looking ahead at the games coming up, the tough games before Christmas and Aston Villa on the 2nd of January, how do you sort of see things panning out for you?
Well, I mean, listen, Watford are a very good side, and this is a fourth away win, you know, and one draw this season. So, you know, this game was never going to be easy, and I warned the players today that this game was not going to be easy. And I think there was an expectation around the place that maybe the fans thought this was going to be easy, but because Watford have only just got promoted. But you could see by the way they performed in the first half particularly. And I can see why they're where they are with the two strikers. They are the two key players for Watford. They are what make them tick, and they haven't scored today actually, because it was an own goal. So we have done that side of it quite well, kept them quiet. But sadly, the ball came in off Seb early doors, and like I said, having recovered from that and got better and better as the game went on, in dreadful conditions, created enough chances to get something out of the game, but didn't. But we cannot keep saying that. We can't keep saying unlucky. We can't. We've got to start putting it in the back of the net, and we've got to start getting points on the board.
Just finally, is the injection that you need to perhaps get those goals something you can find in January? Is it something that can be that simply rectified?
January is, as everybody knows, is a difficult period to work in, and it's even more difficult when a team is in this position. It's a huge task to find a player that's going to make an instant impact into this team. We will try, but I may fail. We will always try very, very hard, but finding a player that's going to make a big impact on the team is going to be one hell of a task. My main job is to continue to make these players individually and collectively even better than they've shown up to now, which is certainly for the 3 wins very, very good. 3 clean sheets. The only reason we've won 3 games is because we haven't conceded, and the minute we concede a goal, we get nothing. So that's something for the players to learn and live by. But like I said, my job in the main, make these players better than they already are, and if we can find an addition in January, that would be great.